Are you ready? It's time for the Beastcast. Yeah, baby. It's time. We delayed this episode. Well, not the release of it, but the recording of it just for this. Just for, I swear on everything, just for the news we are talking about today. As always, I am JJ Boycott, Spoon07, Jayson, the man, the Joe, the man. With me, as always, it never will not be with me, Raven Bones.
What up?
The man-eater himself, the
Damn
lumberjack.
straight.
How many trees can you carry on your back at once?
The whole world.
Dude, you're like a Atlas?
Yeah, that's right.
Lifting the world up with just your back and your hands. That's kind of badass, bro. I mean, that's a shit punishment, but that's kind of badass. It's like, damn, I'm so strong. I'm lifting the whole world up.
Yeah.
So how does that work in that mythology, though? Like, Atlas is in the underworld, so wouldn't that mean that the Norse people know that Atlas exists too because he's holding the whole world up? Or like... See, shit gets confusing, bruh. It gets way too confusing, actually, for me.
No, that's why you're not supposed to ask questions.
You're not supposed to ask questions. You're just supposed to see the white guy kill people.
Exactly.
Rawr. All right, moving on to other video games, though. This is the elephant in the room. Grand Theft Auto Sixers. Now, this I didn't even think was gonna even ever get released, to be honest. I just thought this was a myth. I don't think this could ever be.
Yeah.
I didn't ever think that this could possibly, in 1,000 years, ever be released, but it is released. It exists. It is a thing. And now I kind of wanted to hear Raven's first impressions on this before anything else. Just on the trailer as a whole, before we go into like the more like detailed analysis of the whole situation that is currently existing. So Raven, what were your thoughts on the trailer itself?
My thoughts on the trailer itself were, it was pretty uplifting, to be honest. I thought it looked amazing, and in terms of cinematic graphics, and I thought the characters looked fine, and I just honestly, I expected nothing. I expected nothing else from Rockstar, because it seems like they have perfectly captured the cancer of society into this trailer, and it's so beautiful.
And see, another thing that I want to point out to everybody before you say like, oh, it kind of looks mid. Like, you know, I've seen CGI with better graphics, and yeah, you're absolutely right. There are CG with better graphics in video games. But here's the thing. Every single cutscene in every single Grand Theft Auto game uses real in-game graphics, using the real in-game engine. No CGI, no body masking, nothing like that. It uses just, well, they use body masking for the actual general, like, movement of the characters, but when it comes to the actual cutscenes, they use the in-game engine to make those. So you are quite literally seeing the in-game graphics as we speak.
Oh, yeah.
This is how the game looks. And then all of a sudden your perspective changes and you go, whoa, wait, that looks fucking amazing. And so the thing is too, is I want to address the other elephant in the room that, and we'll get to the Game Awards shit in a moment, about this too. But the other thing that I heard a lot of people yapping about was, oh my God, are you kidding me? They're not doing a new place, they're doing Vice City. And my answer to that is, why wouldn't you want to see Vice City? I mean, seriously.
Why not?
Like,
It's Florida.
and yeah, not only is it the embodiment of chaos, like Florida is the embodiment of chaos, right? Like Florida is the, like, when you think of like, okay, where would shit actually happen? Like if you were to have to pinpoint a real life GTA 5 map, you think of Florida, right? Right? Because Florida is. I mean, and the other thing that's going to be cool is it's not just Vice City either, people. They, from what it looks like, they're going into like the swamps and shit like that, which means they're going far. They're going up into the north of Florida, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
They're
that makes you question how
huge
big.
map.
That makes you question how big the map is. Is there going to be a second city? Is there going to be another city? Is there going to be like a?
Honestly, that trailer does match. When that plane flies over the ocean and you see those bridges, it does match kind of a map leak that came out that showed that there were 3 cities.
Yeah, well, I mean, one would have to be, well, more than likely they'd do Miami, and then they would do, well, so the way the GTA map would work is if you wanted to get those bayous where they're at, like those swamp marshes, those are in the north, which means that if the map was laid out, the 3 cities would have to be Jacksonville, Orlando, and Miami, which would be on the East Coast. Tampa's on the West Coast, but on the East Coast, you'd have those 3 cities, and they would all be on the shoreline, pretty much. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that, like that doesn't necessarily mean that the map is going to be just one oblong thing, because then you could go up into the bayous in the top, north of the map or whatever. So I think yeah, and also wasn't there a thing about them doing an island too? Like, isn't that like what the leak was on that map, where there's like an island hangout spot that has places on it too, like a bigger island.
Yeah.
Like there's like a bigger ocean that connects the 2 parts.
That's why I just can't wait to see if all the map leaks are true, because I mean, a few of them look legitimate, but now it's more of a, do they make sense, or if they're actually the ones. The game just looks amazing. I just love every moment of that trailer.
Dude, and the other funny thing too is about this whole sitch too, that I think is so hilarious, is the fact of it came out yesterday. It didn't even come out today on Tuesday as we're recording it. It came out yesterday because some jackass leaked the fucking trailer and it started spreading around. And then it got revealed that the jackass was actually one of the sons of like one of the main developers on the game, and it's like, wow, what a fucking dick, just for some TikTok likes, bro. You're so funny. Like,
yeah, then the Twitter account he posted it on too got suspended.
yeah, I'd imagine nothing less, dude. Fucking Rockstar is like the FBI and fucking CIA. You fucking release any of their shit early and you're getting put in a camp. You're getting put like underground, son. You're gonna get experimented on. It's crazy. Rockstar doesn't play when it comes to their products. I remember that guy that
they don't.
I remember that guy that remember the guy that leaked the footage of the early gameplay like a year ago.
I have it all 1 hour of it.
Yeah, dude, bro, low key is like in a fucking, he's in an internment camp in Russia, like cracking boulders right now. Bro got sent to physically the worst place on earth.
The gulag.
He's in the gulag right now. This is your second chance. Prove yourself. But no. Oh, go ahead.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I expect this game to be, hopefully just a brutal parody of everybody, and how it's going to feel like everybody who does live in Florida, or just certain parts of society themselves, are just going to be looking in a mirror and probably cringe at themselves.
See,
because you can see that social media is a huge part of the game, apparently. Lots of live streaming
and I hope this fucking starts making people realize that maybe I should stop posting shit on social media. Like, look, I'm all for trolling people in comments on Instagram, Twitter, and shit like that. I love it. I do that all the time. I just did that to a guy. Shout out to this random retard. Oh, I shouldn't say that word. Shout out to this random idiot who thought I was talking about somebody else in the comment. I made a troll comment and I said, guy, it was about a fucking football receiver, and I said he mid, and then this guy sent me 3 messages that went to the message cap on Instagram. So like the longest amount of message you could possibly send. 3 whole messages in the replies on why the fucking receiver in the video is like so fucking good and he's the greatest of all time and he's gonna surpass every other person. And I just replied to him and I said, buddy, do you hear the audio? I wasn't talking about the receiver. I was talking about the announcer. And the guy blocked me. Bro made a whole novel. The fucking bro made the whole essay. He showed his receipts. He showed his work. Put in sources. And I was just I knew it was gonna bait somebody, and he fell for it. Just like the bait. Okay, no, that bait almost got me banned. But I baited on the. I always love to go on the Vikings on their Instagram because the fucking fans are so. They are just so pissed all the time. You lose one game and it's fire the whole fucking staff. Get them all out of here. I can't fucking deal with it. Ah! And they're all mad. And it's like, so I went in there and I said something like Kevin O'Connell, he's the current coach. I said, Kevin O'Connell is the best coach I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was clearly satire, like it was clearly a joke. And this guy replied to me, he goes, Kevin O'Connell is the worst thing to ever happen to the Minnesota Vikings. You don't even understand anything about football. Do you even understand that this team was so good and we don't have a Super Bowl? And I'm like, and I reply to him and I go, okay, and the bro literally was so pissed. He was just so mad, so furious. And I hope that people will stop doing that. I hope this game makes fun of those people, those fucking neckbeard idiots that sit around watching sports or watch their game or watch their fucking VTuber, and then when other people say something, semi-bad about them, they fucking go off on them. I hope people stop that. Because I hope this game just makes fun of them for that shit. Like, especially those fuckers that idolize, like, YouTubers and stuff. Like social media influencers.
I bet you. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of insane crap going on in this small trailer.
Dude, and this is only the first trailer, dude. I hope. So, did you hear what the rumored length of the story actually is in the game?
What's the rumor? No, I didn't. What's the rumored length?
It's like the main story is like 25 hours long, just a straight story. So that's not including gameplay. Like if you were just doing cutscenes. And if you were doing cutscenes and like little introductions to each mission, it's like 25 hours long. And depending on how much you die or how much and then with the side missions, it's just about as long. It's a little less. Like how they always do like the side quests that are always like really stupid. Like a guy like needs you to get a tinfoil hat made for him so the aliens stop beaming into his brain. Like GTA 5 did that a lot with the homeless people. What were those missions called? They were it was something. It was something and something. It was like GTA 5 side missions names. No, I don't want the list of all of them. I want like the Strangers and Freaks missions.
Oh, okay.
Those. Yeah. I hope they bring those back because those are the best, dude.
Yeah, they are the best. I just want the story to be longer than GTA 5.
Which it is. I mean, GTA 5 story is only 10 hours? GTA 5 story length.
No, not that. I mean, I want it to be longer than GTA 5 because GTA 5 gameplay and cutscenes you can finish in 8 to 10 hours. And I want it to be longer because Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and GTA 4 took longer than 12 hours to complete. Yeah. And GTA 5 barely made it to that. I want GTA 6 to be as lengthy at least feeling paced wise as like side missions don't count for me. I'm sorry. I don't care about if there's cool bonding moments. I want the main story to feel like I got brought around the map and you put me through so many cool things. Like San Andreas, you go from the hood to San Francisco or San Fierro, but still San Francisco, to the outbacks of the hills, to suddenly you're in the desert and you're raiding a military base for green alien goo and stealing a jetpack, like, and then ending in Las Vegas. Like, it was, you felt like you took a trip around the world. And GTA 5, the whole map felt useless. I felt like it was the most soulless game out there.
And see, I think the problem with the GTA 5 map, and here's the problem with GTA 5 in general. You got to remember, GTA 5 was made as a combatant to GTA 4, and it only took about 4.5 years after GTA 4 to make. Now, here's the problem with GTA 5. GTA 5 is solely designed to show you what you can do on one map. Okay, that's the problem with GTA 5. GTA 5 was never meant to have the online the way it was. In fact, GTA 5 for the first month of the launch didn't even have it online. GTA Online didn't exist.
Well, they still advertised that it was planned and coming.
But I mean, GTA Online the way it is, like, there's no way in hell Rockstar imagined, oh yeah, we're gonna make our GTA Online 10 hours long, but keep the map the same size. And that's the problem, okay? Like, 10 years long. Like, the thing is GTA 5 was designed, here's the PS3, and here's the PS4, and here's the PC. This engine is designed to show you that this is one map, always loading. This is how big maps can be. Okay, and so that's why you never really do too many missions out. There's very few missions where you actually are outside of the main GTA 5 map. There's the one, there is the one, the bank heist at the beginning, and then the one where you go to the grave. However, besides like those two and a little bit of offshore stuff, there's nothing really that's not inside the main map. And that was solely by design, because they wanted to be like, all right, here's the power of what video games can be. And now we know how big video games can be. We know that this map could be the size of Florida real life, okay? Here's the thing. GTA, if you just fucking sit down and do all the missions all at once, it will take you like 18 hours to complete all the missions. And I don't give a shit about it will actually take you 35 because you have to do these side quests. You don't gotta do shit. You can cheese the game and just keep doing the story the entire time, and it will take you like 15 to 18 hours to complete it. I want GTA 6 to be like 30 hours minimum of just story. And that's not that, I mean quite literally of just like, we're sitting there and you are finding things out and you're shooting people and you're finding more things out and you're watching cutscenes and you're having fun. I want it to be that long minimum. And I know that the leak says, or whatever, but I hope that they can do that. And yeah, I mean, there's always been a thing about side missions, that side missions need to be more interactive with the main story. I mean, God of War Ragnarok does that a lot with the side missions pertaining a lot to the overall lore and story of the main game. So Sony's been on that. Same with Horizon Forbidden West. The problem with Horizon Zero Dawn was that the side missions were bullshit. I mean, the side missions were literally, I'm gonna follow this weird dying fucking Strider around, and then once I find a little cave, and then I find a little piece of whatever of a cool bow that I can use now that's really strong. But then in Forbidden West, they made it like cutscenes, like dead ass cutscenes. Like, this character asks you on the other side of the map, "Hey, I got this thing on this other side of the map I need to take care of. Would you care to join me?" And you're like, "Fuck yeah!" You walk the whole map with them on your Strider and shit like that, and you get over there and you actually do an interactive fight with that person, finding out the story and getting rewards for it. That's how side quests should be. And I have no problem with those being part of the main game, but I don't think that should make the developers think, oh, we have to put less time into the main story because more people are going to play the side quests. No.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a thing.
No.
Main story should always come first. Side missions should be like that sweet little frosting on top.
Well, wasn't that the big thing with... so that's the big thing with the new Jedi Survivor game. That's kind of why that's why I never really finished the game. Was because I know I was talking it up all the time, and I remember you were like, oh, why? You were so excited for the game. But here's the thing. The main story is fucking worthless. I mean, it's so, like... It wants you to do trials. It wants you to do side missions. It's begging you, like it's in your face, like, hey, the main mission, you can continue the main mission now, but are you sure? There's all these side quests you could do right now, and they actually give you more to the story. But then I'm like, dude, I know what the story is going to end up being, because I know that they've now retconned his character in canon thanks to Disney, because they're not going to make his character come into the universe, because that was the whole point of Jedi Fallen Order, was like, dude, what if Cal Kestis comes in The Mandalorian? You know, like, he could come in The Mandalorian. And then when they revealed that there was a Jedi coming in season 2, everybody was like, oh my god, it's me, Cal Kestis, and then they're gonna be able to branch this with the game. And then they didn't. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Cal Kestis will never get screen time in a Disney TV show or movie. And then I'm like, okay, good. Thanks for making my entire gameplay worthless, because now I don't really care what happens to him, because I know that he's not canon to the story. I'm just watching a side mission piece of the character. Everything he does is worthless. Now, I mean, not to say the game is worthless. The game's beautiful and it plays phenomenally, but they shove it down your throat. Like, hey, you have to do the side mission. No, I don't have to do the side mission. I'm not gonna fucking do the side mission. I want to play the story. It's a story game. It was designed for the story. I loved how Ragnarok did side missions, though. I loved how Ragnarok did side missions.
Yeah, Ragnarok did a great job with side missions.
Because they don't put it down your face. Like, and it's at good timing, too. Like, you get done with, like, a big chapter, and it's you, Freya, and Mimir, and you're like, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden Mimir says, so do you want to continue the regular story, brother? Or do you want to do, we have a little bit of time, we could do a few extra things. And then you're like, oh, you know. But... no, the thing I was saying before we had to pause for a moment, I said that, like, the God of War side quests were nice, because, like, the thing about God of War is they never shoved it down your throat. Like, the side quests were always there, but, like, they never were pushing you, like, hey, are you sure you don't want to go do this? Are you sure you don't want to go do this? Are you sure? Are you sure? It's like, dude, I don't need 100 are you sure's to the side quest. I'm not going to do the side quest, period. Like... If I don't want to do the side quest, I'm not going to do the side quest.
Yeah, God of War did a good job at enticing you to do side quests. They didn't do the whole, oh, you need to do this, or as you said, or are you sure? It's literally, you have some dialogue between Atreus and Kratos where Atreus goes, hey, I hear something really cool is over there, like this dragon. We should go see it sometime. And you're like, wait, what, a dragon? All right, let's go.
Yeah, or like sometimes they entice you with more story too, like, oh, I want to know the background of Freya, and I want her to get reunited with her sword, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, like they do it in such a finessed way where it doesn't even seem like you're accepting a quest. You're literally just going and doing something.
Now, the one thing, as I'm watching, I don't know why, but I finished replaying Ragnarok, but I was rewatching a guy play Ragnarok, and the one thing I thought was so cheesy, God of War Ragnarok did this only one time, and you like are forced to start a side quest when Garm breaks free. You're forced to start that like favor, but you don't have to do anything with the favor. You just start it. You don't have to do anything. But I was like, oh, you cheeky son of a bitches, you made us do that. Which it only takes like 3 minutes to do, so it's not like it's the end of the world. But I just thought that was kind of funny. But I hope GTA isn't going to be like that, because if they are, I think this game could be problematic. This story. And I want to talk in depth further about if I think if it's going to be done or not, you know, properly. But I think it starts with that. I don't know if you agree, like what your take is on that.
I hope that side quests aren't forced to pad runtime, and that you get the story as a story should be.
Exactly. Like, I feel like the thing that makes a good side quest versus a bad side quest is if the main story, and this is the problem that like the MCU has, right? If the main story is relying on you knowing something from the side quest, then that's a bad side quest.
Yeah.
That's what the MCU does with their TV shows. Like Moon Knight was a perfect example. Like they didn't like, if you watch Moon Knight and then try to watch something else, you're going to be perfectly fine. Like nothing is referenced to Moon Knight in the movies. But the moment you try to watch the Marvels and you didn't get the rundown on Miss Marvel, you're gonna be like, what the hell is going on? You know?
Yeah.
And it's like the same
Yeah.
thing. You know, the TV shows are, to me, are kind of seen as like the side story. You know, just seeing the story, have fun with it. The character shouldn't be introduced in the TV show. That's a side mission. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense. You're right.
Because, I mean, it's the cinematic universe. It's not the television universe. So the main thing starts with the cinema. I also had this argument, because Death Battles just released a thing on Superman versus Goku. And I had this argument, since we're just bringing up Marvel, why not, and bringing up superheroes. I had this argument with my friend about, he kept trying to tell me, oh, but you don't get it. Of course Superman's going to be Goku because there's like 3 million Supermen. And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, dude, they've rewritten Superman like 400 times. And I said, yeah, but that doesn't mean that there's 400 different Supermen. There's only one canon Superman. I think people forget that. And then I said the same thing. I was like, well, isn't there like 300 different writings of Goku? And he goes, yeah, but only all but 2 are canon. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, there's only one canon Superman. So how many canon Gokus are there? That's the question. Yeah. And like that was the thing I was arguing, is like, what makes something canon to your universe? Like, you defined what's canon. And even still, I mean, Superman still destroys Goku because Superman's just OP as hell. Bro, this guy literally punched a dude so hard in the comic books that bro was feeling it in other dimensions. Like, he got hit so hard, his other versions of himself got clapped. Like, dude, that's scary, bro. That's insane. Or like how he just like accidentally restarted the Big Bang. That's also crazy. Superman's a nut, dude. And then heaven forbid Batman beats him with a green rock. Oh no. Fucking Christ. DCEU is crazy. That was the only thing I had about Batman vs Superman that pissed me off. Is it's like, dude, I know how strong Superman really could be. And I get he's not trying to kill Batman, but like, dead ass, bro, know your place, Batman. Like, bro quite literally is a walking ad. Like, every single time somebody mentions Batman, like when it comes into that conversation, it's like, what, did he pay for ad space? Like, why is he in this conversation? Bruce Wayne paid for ad space for Batman or what? Because like, I don't like, I don't get it. It's simple. I bought the bank. Oh, yeah, thanks, Batman. Who would have thought?
Thanks.
I did like that scene though. That scene's kind of badass. How'd you get the house back? I bought the bank. It's like, holy. Now, what I do want to see, I want to see a death battle between and get this, I know this will sound crazy, right? But I need to see a death battle between like Kratos and like somebody from the DCU. And I was thinking like Superman's too powerful. He'd lose. But like I want somebody, there's not that, like I know there's somebody that could probably match his strength, right? Like just think about it. Cuz like Superman's too strong, but like I don't think Batman would be able to get the job done. Aquaman I feel like is just so, I guess like Green Lantern would be a good one for Kratos to fight.
Well, I mean,
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's kind of Wonder Woman. I feel like could easily combat Blades of Chaos.
Honestly, because of how OP Superman is, I believe the most balanced fight between two characters would have to be either Wonder Woman and Kratos, because Wonder Woman can take a hit, both Kratos and Wonder Woman can bleed, and they don't have bullshit gimmicks, and the ones that they do actually counter each other well. Or I would love to see, just for the fucking fun of it, Kratos versus Darkseid.
Ooh, or Kratos versus Thanos would be good too. We'll give him the Infinity Gauntlet too. We'll give him the Infinity Gauntlet without all 4 stones. Without all 5 stones, we'll give him 4 stones. We won't give him the what was the
No
stone?
time.
Yeah, no time stone. That's too busted.
And what the hell does the soul stone do?
The soul stone allows him to have access to other people's like souls and bodies. Like he can manipulate people in space time.
Oh, okay. Well,
so like you could just be like, these people are gone. That was the whole point of why he tried to get the soul stone. Which he should have just tried to get the soul stone from the beginning, because that's like the hardest stone to get. But then they also had it just rolling around with fucking visions. So it's like, why the hell? You guys are idiots. Just letting bro do.
No. Vision had the mind stone. The
What?
soul stone was behind.
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
at
right. Okay. That makes sense. That's why. Yeah.
That's why he couldn't get it first, because Gamora was the only one who knew the location.
That's why it's also so hard to get too, because it's such a powerful stone. I was thinking of the mind stone. The mind stone, but I mean the soul stone still does the same thing. The mind stone does something goofy though. I don't remember what the mind stone does. I think it just allows him to like. No. Well. Okay. So like. Fuck, what does the Mind Stone even do? That's like the only stone I don't know what it does.
The Mind Stone has the ability to do what Loki did with the staff in the Avengers. It allows you to corrupt someone's mind.
Yeah, it was originally the power source of the scepter. The Infinity Stones grants the scepter such diverse abilities as teleportation, astral projection, mental communication and consumption, manipulate minds, projectile blasts of fire. It's kind of a mid stone. No. The strongest stone is definitely the soul stone, just because you can, like, your opponents are dead. Like, you can do whatever you want with your opponents, basically. Not on a mass scale, but on, like, if you're fighting one-on-one, dude, that stone is powerful as fuck. Alright, when we come back, we are going to get a little cray-cray and do some crazy shit. We're going to continue talking about GTA 6, GTA 6, God. Can you see how long it's been? Yeah. Alright, we'll be back.
Welcome back to the Beastcast, baby. Thank you for staying tuned in this far. We have the best takes, best content, and we love our rabbit trails of conversation. We have our hosts, JJ and Raven Bones, bringing you another segment. I hope you enjoy.
Welcome back to the JoeCast. Where we left off, we were discussing which stone of the Infinity Stones was the best, because that pertains to GTA 6.
Yeah, GTA 6 is gonna have Infinity Stones confirmed.
Bro, it's like the Marvel Spider-Man games where like the Avengers Tower is there, but you will never ever see another Avenger in that game ever. Like Avengers Tower is just straight up in New York. Like you can see it, you can even get on top of it. But like heaven forbid you actually see any of the Avengers. Or any of the Avengers level threats that come to the Earth. Also, before we continue, can we just talk about how effing dumb the MCU has recently gotten? Especially with like the shit from Eternals. Like I've yet to see somebody mention the fact that there's just a big ass statue chilling in the middle of the fucking ocean. Like why is that a thing? Like at least mention it or something, you know? It's not that hard to just CGI like a little TV in the background and it's like, holy shit. You know? Little Easter egg. Connects the universe. Like
I mean, think about it. It took okay, well, I mean, here's something funny. Okay, it took an interview with the lead design. It was either the lead director or lead designer developer of WoW having an interview with Asmongold a year ago for them to realize that they still had a ginormous planet-sized sword stabbed into the map that they never did anything with. It's the funniest.
That's gonna be the biggest blow to like fandoms, like the developer and creator of your world that you care so much about and you've spent hours, thousands of hours in, doesn't even acknowledge like a massive piece of the world that they made.
Exactly. You had this big celestial being literally throw a sword at the earth. It's sticking out. You can see it everywhere on almost any map in the game. And Asmongold is asking like, okay, we have one more question. What are we? I forget the name of the sword, so I'm just going to put, giant sword. But he's like, so what are we going to do with giant sword? And are there any plans for it in the future? And the lead director's like, wait, what sword?
Dude.
And in their new BlizzCon that just happened, if you go look at the new WoW cinematic trailer, it's finally added into the trailer as being part of the story again. And the lead director came out on the stage, literally wearing a shirt memeing it that says "What sword?"
That is fucking crazy. Like, how do you forget that, dude? Like,
Here, I'll send you the link to the.
Oh man, but no, that's like the same thing. That's what I mean. Like, do they even realize that there is a massive fucking god being fucking out of the water? Then they do something similar like that in Fallout. In Fallout 76, they completely forgot like something that was in like Fallout, the other Fallout games. Who's this guy? Ion.
Maybe?
Is he? What?
Okay.
Is this...
All right. I know we don't have a lot of time
Yeah,
here,
this
so
is
I
like
do want
the
to
lead
do
director or
one
whatever
last
the game.
question.
You could play the audio.
At the end of Legion, so like there's a cinematic, and Sargeras, as you know, stabbed the Earth with a sword, and it's been there for quite a while, and I'm not really sure like where things are going with that.
Wait, what? What sword?
Okay. All right. I get it. I see. That's pretty much exactly what I would expect. Okay. Thank you, Ian. I really appreciate you coming on today.
Bro was done with the whole interview after that.
Okay.
Dude, like what? His reaction is just like, what sort? He goes, okay, yeah, that explains everything.
Yeah, it's funny.
And I'm sure he knows it exists. It just completely blanked his fucking mind. Like, I'm sure it just was like, they had no plans for it. So it was like, why do I care? But no, that's the type of shit that you gotta remember, especially when it's massive in your world, right? Like, you gotta remember that stuff for your world, because if you forget stuff like that, you're gonna lose interest into your world. Like, think about it. How many times does a big event, like, if, for example, in Star Wars, like, how many times in Star Wars, and this is one thing that Disney stayed true to, how many times did they mention something to do with the Clone Wars? And every single time they mention something to do with the Clone Wars, the story always adds up, right? But the moment the story stops adding up, and like all of a sudden these random things start happening during the Clone Wars that didn't happen, then you're like, okay, you lost my trust, because you don't even know what you're doing. It's the same thing. If it's such a big event to your story and you can't remember what it does, you're gonna lose interest. So. What sword? You forgot this. That is a massive sword, dude. That is crazy.
Yeah.
So what was the sword's purpose?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It just happened at the end of an expansion freaking 10 years ago, and they forgot about it the whole time. And see, it's going to be that way with the Eternals. We have big Titan sticking out of the ground, and everybody's just going along about their day in the Marvel universe going, oh yeah, we don't know, and then never visit it again.
That? Should I go to like a Comic-Con that like Kevin Feige's at, and when he's like taking questions, I go up there and I'd be like, so Kevin, huge fan of the MCU here. I just got a quick question for you. So I'm not even gonna mention what movie. I'm gonna be like, so you know how there's a Titan sticking out of the water like the big galactic being. What is the plans with that? Like, how come nobody's acknowledged that? And he's gonna be like, oh, oh, oh. He's gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about, and we're gonna get a whole nother what sword meme.
You know what? That'd be hilarious as hell.
And then, like, you know, and it's gonna be so forgotten that everybody in the crowd's gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Is this guy schizophrenic? Because, like, nobody remembers it because nobody watched that movie. Speaking of nobody watching the movie, The Marvels is now the lowest grossing MCU film ever. Period.
That is no surprise.
Which is funny, but also sad because it's like, you know, the format's dying. And then you remember the good memories of it, and it's like, we're at the end of the era. That sucks. We really are fully in the end game now. Dude, I saw somebody, I'll have to send the meme to you privately, like, later, because I'm not going to go look for it right now. But the meme was something about, like, it showed, like, the youngest Avengers, like, all the young Avengers, right, in the new MCU, in the new phase.
Yeah.
And it said, the top comment on the post said, how the fuck, and they said, how the fuck is bro Spider-Man gonna be able to fucking, how is he gonna be able to body Galactus when he's got this squad? He said, these motherfuckers couldn't even hardly dent Thanos, let alone Galactus. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Dent Thanos, let alone Galactus. Dude, because Galactus is like 3 leagues higher than Thanos. Like, that is the next step. Like, Kang is not the next step. See, Kang's like 2 steps down, right? Than Thanos.
Yeah.
But, like, Galactus is like 5 steps up. Like, you're going up the ladder. Which could be an interesting plot. Oh, man. I don't know. But, yeah, so the thing is, with GTA 6, and here's what I was going to talk about my concerns with Grand Theft Auto 6. My concerns with the game are, is it going to feel like a GTA game? And here's what I mean. The game can look and play like a GTA game. A lot of games can do that. I mean, Saints Row did shit like that. But, like, what I mean is the game going to feel like GTA at heart? And that's what I wanted. That's the slap on the desk. That's the topic of discussion I want to talk to you about. I want your opinion on this. This is our big topic here in this section.
Well, that is actually a very good question, because there's such a massive difference between Vice City and San Andreas
and Los Santos and all that places. Yeah.
Well, no, not the places, the games themselves.
Well, that too.
There is a different feeling between playing in Vice City and then going to playing a CJ in San Andreas, and then of course the very much darker game, GTA 4. That game, but there is still an element of it feeling like you're getting a quality game from Rockstar, and it's more of a, you know, will this game feel like Saints Row or will it feel like a Rockstar game? And from the trailer so far, I'm getting Grand Theft Auto 5s, but trailers, as we know, for games can be very deceiving.
Trailers in general can be deceiving. We bring this up every single time we talk about trailers. I mean, the time, June 30th, dude. June 30th, 2023. Movie theater, local movie theater. Me and you went to go watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And we watched the Marvels trailer. Yeah. And we always bring that up every single time. The trailer can make... I mean, you can put lipstick on a pig, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be a pig, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You can make it look as cool as you want, but at the end of the day, you're leaving out all the boring shit. That's kind of why I don't like to watch trailers too often for things, unless, like, I don't know what it is. Like, if I know, for example, Deadpool 3. Here's the thing about Deadpool 3. You won't catch me watching a Deadpool 3 trailer. In fact, I didn't even really want to watch The Boys Season 4 trailer, which, by the way, also came out. We're going to talk about that. I didn't even really want to watch that, because I know what's coming. I don't want to get spoiled. I don't want to see the good moments of the season before it happens, or the movie. But when it came to something like like this, I want to know. I've been waiting for GTA 6 for fucking 13 years. I deserve to know. You know?
Yeah.
Also, I want to point this out. This is crazy. GTA 5 released 13 fucking years ago. Or not 13 years ago, sorry. Fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It took them 10 years to fucking make a new trailer for their next game. And it's still going to be another 2 years. This game's going to have GTA 5 is going to have a 12-year life cycle. That rivals Minecraft.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
And how old are you?
I'm 19.
That means GTA 5 came out when you were 9, bro.
Yep.
When you were just discovering what YouTube was.
Oh no, dude! I knew what YouTube was before GTA 5. When I was like, dude, in like 2009, bro. And here's why: because I used to be really big in Mario speedrunning way back in the day. I never played because I could never afford to buy my own shit, and my dad would never ever buy me an N64, and so I never played. But I always watched. I used to watch in like 2009, 2010. I used to watch Punkation. He finally, that motherfucker, that old son of a bitch, finally stopped running the game after he got a top 5 record in 120 star. I remember I used to watch him all the time play Mario in like 2010. In like 2009, I used to watch like Monster Jam, because here's the thing, dude. Early YouTube was so good because even though the quality was shit, dude, TV shows were uploaded like a bitch. And shows were uploaded like a bitch. I used to watch Monster Jam all the time. I'd go on, I remember, Hulu and YouTube. Hulu had Monster Jam live, like not live, Hulu, because this was back when Hulu was actually kind of legit. It was like 2009, 2010. And Hulu had Monster Jam, but I would always watch it on YouTube because they'd always put the rock songs over it. 1, something's wrong with me. 2, something's wrong with me. You know, that, like songs like that. And they used to put it over the Monster Jam clips, and I would be like, oh my god! Oh my god! And I was only like 6 years old, 5 years old, dude. And I loved it, though. That was like my shiz. So, yeah. Dude, you never heard that song, dude?
No, I have. It was funny seeing you do your impression of it.
But yeah, I used to love watching that. Or like Monster Truck fails, dude. I could watch those videos for hours. I could literally watch them crash and fucking tip. And dude, the one that got the most views, this was like the first video I ever saw have 1 million views, and my jaw dropped. The video got 1 million views, I think in 2011. It was of Max D. No, I think it was in 2010. So there was a monster truck called Maximum Destruction. Tom Mentz drove it, and Maximum Destruction, he attempted to do a backflip off of a ramp in a freestyle mode, which is essentially you just go around and jump off high shit, you know, with the trucks. Like you go over big hills that they put on the course, and you crush cars and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's point based, so however cool it looks is however you win. Remember, he attempted to try and do a fucking backflip with the truck off of a ramp. Like he cheesed the ramp at such an angle, and he almost landed the backflip. And I think the video was just titled like Monster Truck Backflip Insane or something like that. And I saw it had like 1.1 million views, and my jaw fucking dropped to the floor. I was like, there's this many people in the world? Because I was still young. I was like, there's this many people in the world that have YouTube? And I like couldn't fucking believe it, dude. It was insane. And then now that's like the staple of Monster Jam is like the backflips. Like if somebody doesn't do a backflip, they don't fucking win in freestyle anymore. It's kind of sad. I haven't watched Monster Jam in like 7 years, so I don't even know, but it's been a minute. I remember Monster Jam was on the night of the election when Donald Trump won the election in 2016, and I swallowed a nickel and I thought I was going to die.
It's such an odd.
I just remember it. Like, dude, I remember random shit like that. I remember it was like the semifinals in Las Vegas. Or no, it was the finals in Las Vegas for racing the night Donald Trump. And I woke up at like 4 a.m. to see what the election results were. And I saw that Hillary had actually won the general election, but Trump was winning. I was like, okay, how is that possible? So I went and asked my history teacher, and she goes, well, the Electoral College just kind of decides shit. And I was like, well, that's kind of weird. And she goes, yeah, I kind of agree, but, whatever. So.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, we had a weird 4 years of presidency after that. They were, I mean, it's like Bidenomics, Trumponomics, fucking same as Reaganomics. Shit's good for 4 years, ain't good for the next 25 years after that. Fucking Reaganomics almost crashed the whole fucking United States. That dumb son of an old.
You know what's
bastard.
funny is Reagan's presidency reminds you of that really fun uncle who takes the whole family on vacation but racks up credit card debt with it.
Yeah, and then cries to your mom about having credit card debt, and then they pay it off for you. For the uncle. Yeah, I know. Also, his fucking I don't know how true it is because I don't want to get my head blown off by the CIA, but there was a lot of rumors that like he helped funnel like his president or his like people helped funnel the actual like drug war, the war on drugs, like the actual drugs that were being in there, kind of VOT shit, kind of like the boys shit, where like, you know, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we're against it, but then they were secretly funneling it so they could get more votes because, oh, Reagan's gonna save us from the drug war, and then it put like a bunch of drugs into really low communities, and it kind of ruined a lot of people.
They helped. He actually funded and helped secretly, covertly with the Colombian drug wars. There's actually, funny enough, there was a really good movie made on it with some popular actor that I forget about because the classified files of the operation had actually gotten declassified.
That's crazy. The guy who shot him got released from prison because of like I think like a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that. It was recently because it was something to do with brainwashing or something like that. And it was like it's been like 45 years or whatever, and they like confirmed that it was like he was brainwashed into doing it by like people, so they fucking let him out of prison, which he's probably secretly a menace, but who cares? He's 40, he's like 90. It's like when they try those Nazis that are like 98 years old, like what is bro gonna do? He gonna run away?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Apparently.
Run away in his fucking little his little chair, fucking. It's got rockets on it, like it's got rockets on it from like Happy Wheels. Oh my gosh, dude! Some of the crazy shit. Oh.
Okay. The movie is called American Made. It has Tom Cruise.
Oh, that sounds like a good movie, actually.
Yeah, it was a sad movie.
Have you watched The Big Short?
No.
It's a movie about why the 2008 recession happened. I'll run it down dumbly for you. Essentially, the 2008 recession happened because the bankers didn't want to admit that they were getting played over the housing mortgages. Like people were taking out mortgages to get houses that were literally like all you had to do was just be an illegal immigrant. Like all you had to do was be in the country and you could get a mortgage for a house. You know, and the bankers didn't want to admit that there was a problem and refused to pay out like a bunch of people for the money that they bet against the housing market. And it racked up so high that these fucking bankers almost fucking crashed all the fucking Wall Street and all the U.S. economy, which at that time was funneling a lot of the other smaller world, like basically the world economy. So like the whole world economy could have fucking collapsed because a couple guys didn't want to pay out like $1 billion.
It's always the bankers.
It's always those fuckers. It's not just even the bankers, too. It's just everybody on Wall Street. It's a bunch of fucking jackwagons, bruh. Motherfuckers. But no, that movie's got Ryan Reynolds in it. No, not Ryan Reynolds. It's got Ryan Gosling. It's got Steve Carell in it. You know, the guy from The Office. It's got, what's his face? Brad Pitt. And it's got Christian Bale. Christian Bale plays this guy that has like a fake eye. And Christian Bale's character is kind of cool because he's like a banker. He's not like one of the bad bankers. He's one of the guys who like ran like a banking firm, and he knew he like read like all the mortgages, and he was like, oh my god, these are gonna fucking fail. So he literally went in there and said like, hey, you guys know these are gonna fail, right? And they said, oh, okay. And he goes, all right, well then I'm gonna bet like $1 billion that they're gonna fail. And they go, if you're gonna bet against the housing market, you're dumb. And then yeah, he almost lost all of his investors' money, but he ended up getting all their money back. And then I think, well, it's all based on truth. Like, it's all like real shit that happened. And like I looked it up, and yeah, he actually, when he gave the money back to them, he sent it in a mass email, and he just put told you fuck, he said like told you so, and then put like the F word, and then just like sent them an email, and then sent them their money, and I was just like, dang, that's kind of badass, bro.
That's some that's some Giga Chad energy right there.
And then he was like, don't you guys want to know how I figured it out? And everybody's like, no. Then the CIA came to his door and was like, how'd you know that? He goes, well, I just read all the fucking things, dude. You guys are dumb. Shouldn't make them public. So that was kind of funny. That movie's hilarious. That's the one where Ryan Gosling's character. I think I can play the audio. Look at my quant. Yeah, I'll just play it. It's like, how long? I'll just play the 30-second one. It will be too much.
What?
My quantitative. My math specialist. Look at him. You notice anything different about him? Look at his face.
That's pretty racist.
Look at his eyes. I'll give you a hint. His name's Yang. He won a national math competition in China. He doesn't even speak English. Yeah, I'm sure of the math.
Yeah, I'm sure of the math. Because bro's Chinese. I'm sure of the math because bro's Chinese. But, yeah, no, that movie's hilarious. Speaking of which, what do you think of this main character situation in GTA 5? Like this Bonnie and Clyde type of shit that's going on. What do you think about that?
Well, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. I actually am warming up to the idea of seeing this dynamic duo together because I feel like it'll have more cohesion in the story than GTA 5's did, with 3 random dudes freaking wandering the map with only limited amount of missions and random cutscenes together. I feel like having an actual power couple would make playing as both of them more cohesive. But as much as I liked the whole technology of switching from character to character, I kind of just want to be one person.
See, and here's the thing. I think it works better when you do 2 characters, though. Like the switching. If you have to do the switching. Because when you switch between a trio, right? Like, the problem is that's too much. It's too hectic, I feel like. Like, for example, Trevor lives on one side of the map, and then Franklin and fucking Michael live very close to each other inside Los Santos. Like, Franklin, at the end of the game, I should say. Franklin literally lives, like, two streets over, fucking up the map in the hills. Because Lester gives him that house for free, which, dude, Lester, hit me up, bro, I need a house. So it kind of just felt weird. Like, it kind of felt like they baked in, like one of those characters didn't need to exist, and the game would still feel the same. Like, for example, here's what I mean. After the car situation with Lamar, or not with, yeah, I guess with Lamar, because Lamar was a part of that, but with Franklin, after he meets Michael, what if Franklin just becomes a side character, and you just play as Michael for the rest of the game with Trevor? See, like, that works, because you don't have... Because Franklin's kind of just built in after that. Like, Franklin just kind of does, like, stuff to help, but he doesn't really have, like, a big main storyline. The big storyline is about Michael and Trevor, about getting the money, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like Franklin just kind of gets thrown into it, and it kind of just feels odd. Like, you could take him out of the game, in a way. With that being said, I think... I found it kind of fun to play as Franklin for the beginning of the game. Like, the first 3 hours of the game are hilarious because Grove Street is funny. And, like, Franklin and that cast are like, really funny to play with. Lamar is funny. But, like, after that, it just kind of gets, like, okay, he could be a side character from now on.
The thing is Franklin was supposed to be a side character.
I mean, yeah, all of them were supposed to be side characters.
Yeah, Lamar was supposed to be the main character.
Yep, doodles.
So here's the thing. You are right about if you have to do it, a duo is better. For me, the reason why GTA 5, even if it was just a duo, felt meaningless is after a while, because there was nothing more to the game aside from Trevor's really poor gun running missions. there and Franklin's taxi service, which doesn't even have.
You can buy a golf course though. You can buy a golf course, son.
Yeah, like woo, like okay, like I thought Franklin's taxi service would have a little bit more like criminal underground crap to it. It's not. Nobody wants to do that. You're still running around, no matter what character you're on, you're still doing the same stuff with no meaning. You know, I feel like the duo aspect works better because we saw in Assassin's Creed Syndicate between Jacob and Evie that when you are on each character, there is something different and unique to each character that when you're on both, there's like you're playing a different aspect of the game. You have different things there that embolden the reason for like, oh, I want to go be Jacob right now because like I'm running the gangs in the city and I want to go do some gang stuff. Or you're going to be like, I want to go to Evie because I want more of the actual assassin stuff. And here in this world with GTA 6, having a cool power couple would make the reason for wanting to be each character a more valid reason and a better gameplay experience than just I could be on anybody in number 5 and it really makes no difference.
And I mean, yeah, and the thing is about GTA is GTA 5 kind of falls off after the main story, because the other thing about GTA 5 too is it's like it's the illusion of choice, right? At the end of the game. If you decide to kill off a character, which, by the way, I don't know who did that. You're crazy if you killed off a character. If you choose to kill off a character, the only thing that happens is you kill a character, right? He's like, oh, fuck you, you're an asshole, man. And then you kill off that character, and then, like, it's done, right? Like, there's nothing more to it at all. Like, nobody, like, I think you get one phone call after you do it, and it just says, hey, have you seen Michael? He hasn't come back home, you know? But other than that, you'll never get anything about it. It's like it didn't happen. Like, who cares? See, and that's the problem, is the game loses substance, right? Because I think they kind of pulled a Warzone where they started focusing on the online, that they didn't want to do anything else with the story. They didn't. I mean, think about it. How many DLCs for the story of GTA 5 are there? Nada.
None.
Zero. How many DLCs, like how many extra hours did they add to GTA 4? There's like 8 hours. There's 2 DLCs of straight story to GTA 4. The Ballad of Gay Tony and the other dude. I don't remember the other one.
The Lost and Damned.
Yeah, and there's like, that's like a whole nother 8 hours of content just for story. But like, you don't get that in GTA 5 because, oh, it's online. Like, oh yeah, Franklin's in the online, guys. Really? Really? Franklin's in the online. Okay. And they're like, what about Michael and Trevor? Well, if you killed them in the story. Well, no, that's not how that works. That's not how it works. See, that's why I hate those choice, like they did that a lot in like 2010 to like 2014. Like games like wanted you to choose your own ending, right? And that makes it bad for sequels and trilogies. Because, for example, Black Ops 2 did the same thing. Do you remember? Mendez? You could choose to keep him alive, or you could choose to kill him. Anyways, you could choose the final main bad guy. You could choose to keep him alive, or you could choose to kill him. And that set up Black Ops 3 to have no meaning to the story. Because, like, what happened to Raul Mendez's followers? What if he stayed alive? Well, are you gonna look at my actions from the last game and decide then? Like, no, you're not gonna do that. Nobody has the power to do that. Especially when it was cross-console, because Black Ops 3 was on PS4. But, like, that's the problem with that illusion of choice BS. And that's why it's set up, like, GTA 5 to be, like, so weird afterwards.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how GTA Online actually gave you the GTA experience where everybody is the side character they're supposed to be in GTA Online, where you're playing as one singular person. And, like, I just don't get why they couldn't have put stuff in the single player in, like, I don't know, midget forms. Like, oh yeah, you got the Cayo Perico heist in online. Woo! Okay, how about small little single player thing here? It doesn't even have to be something huge. It's like small cutscene.
I got a good one.
Where all three of you rob the bank, rob the island too.
I got a good one. How about we update the fucking map in single player, to stay in line with the online map? Just a thought. Just a thought. I mean, the fucking casino has been a fucking mess in single player for the longest. It's a fully functioning diamond casino online. You can go there, go inside, play, gamble, do whatever. You know, do all that stuff. You can even live there. But heaven forbid you do any of that shit in single player. The map is basically not the same. They don't add a lot of the shit that they add to the multiplayer to the single player. That's another problem too. All right, when we come back, we'll continue these thoughts. Yeah, we'll continue.
Welcome back to the Beastcast, baby. Thank you for staying tuned in this far. We have the best takes, best content, and we love our rabbit trails of conversation. We have our hosts, JJ and Raven Bones, bringing you another segment. I hope you enjoy.
Welcome back to the Beastcast, where we left off. We were talking about how they should update the fucking single player map. And Raven, I know you probably wanted to say something.
Yeah, like that's kind of like what I meant is like, hey, update the map. And then what's wrong? Like, if you don't want to dedicate a budget to cutscenes, then fine. But okay, add the island to the map, that's used for doing the heist, the KILT Radio heist, of the casino, all that other stuff. But like when they come out, allowed us to explore the entirety of the inside of Mount Chiliad as a military base. Are you telling me that you can't have Franklin wandering around and then get a cheesy phone call from Lester telling him, hey, I got something juicy for you. I got a couple guys who want you to roll with them in their military ops because, you're more trained than Michael and Trevor. Go meet them here and go into this base and do some crap for me, like just for single player. Or the KILT Radio heist. You're going to tell me Trevor won't call up Michael and be like, hey, yo, we got another one. Like, here's an island. I want to rob this dude because like he's maybe related to that one guy who he stole his wife from. And you're like, let's go rob him. He's on this island. Like, you can't just like have something crappy, like some dialogue, anything at all that could have actually enhanced the single player experience without it having to be a full-fledged cutscene or thought out story. Just add extra missions to the single player that are kind of like smaller forms of what you would do online. Why can't you do that?
And see, here's the other problem too. I was looking at this over here as we were talking about this, and what they had to do with GTA is they actually had to make the one ending canon, the one that everybody chose, the one where you kill the guy instead of killing Michael or Trevor. And see, now that's also the illusion of choice because it doesn't matter what you do, it's not canon. So like the actual official story is Franklin kills the dude at the end of the game. That's like the official ending, right? And that's what they have to do with these endings. Now, the other thing is so, okay, yeah, cool, Michael and Trevor are still alive in the online. But here's the other problem. They don't bring them back. Do you know how many videos I've seen of the voice actors coming back together as a group and just like joking around, having fun, And they're sitting there like making fun of it and like, yeah, I'll come back. And then like, if they call me, they never do. Like, here, this one, like the Michael and Franklin Yat. Here, listen to this.
All right, here we go. This one's for Generation Alpha.
What's a Giat? Man, shit, dog. I came by for that Giat you told me about.
Nah, I wasn't really on God about that. Well, you're here, whatever it is. You're not gonna riz me again, are you?
Man, I never rizzled you. That was just some Ohio foreign tax shit.
Well, you can call it whatever you want. I don't care. Skidubby-dee.
Hey, look, how about this, dog? Calm down, all right? Man, Phantom Tax was funny at first, but I know you the king, like Nick Ed 30.
And here we go.
Dude, like, they do stuff like that still. But we can't get them back in the booth to record a couple things for a single-player dialogue.
I know. It's so stupid.
It's so dumb. Like, just, come on, guys. Let's do something about it. And, you know, whatever. Fine. They're working on GTA 6. Cool. But there better be some good references to GTA 5 and GTA 6. Oh,
what if they brought back all three characters as side characters in GTA 6?
Like after missions, like after you complete the story, like Franklin, like you like drug busting, and all of a sudden fucking Trevor's fucking running a fucking drug ring or something like that in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
That'd
Michael.
be funny. That'd be funny. Michael's on vacation, retired, and you crash land in a beach or something. Or you crash land in the ocean. You're walking back up. And it's like the cameo, and he's like laying in the lawn chair, and he's like, "Well, how'd that work out for you?" You know, something stupid like that.
Yeah, something stupid like that.
That'd be funny. I always thought about doing that if I had like if I had like an animated voice actor for a character, and then there was a live action version like Marvel and DC. You know, I'd have like the voice actor for like the TV show or for like the animated series or whatever. You know, like do a cameo in the movie, and like only like people would get the reference. Like the Stan Lee references were funny at first, like that.
Or they run into Michael and the gang, okay? Franklin and Trevor and Michael. You run into them as a crew robbing a place, and like you're just wrong place, wrong time, and one of your characters you're playing as, like Lucia or the other guy, gets knocked out, and Michael's just like, "You forget 1,000 things every day. Make sure this is one of them." Like he does his famous line from the first jewelry heist to one of our main characters in GTA 6. And like that's what inspires them to be criminals.
Like Jack the Ripper in Assassin's Creed. Wasn't that a thing? Do you remember that? Did you ever do that?
Yeah, that deals, yeah.
Wasn't that DLC BS? Like, didn't it suck?
It didn't. I was kind of just curious as to how they were making Jack the Ripper.
Like, how the hell are you supposed to know who he is, bro? Just make shit up.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point with fiction is you make shit up. They had him be this Templar butcher, so it was kind of funny to see what they did with that.
I remember watching that. I was like, oh, interesting. Well, most of those killings were not the same guy. Like 90% of those killings were not the same guy.
Yeah, that sucks. I never got credit.
I never got credit. Bro didn't show his work. Well, actually, he showed his work. He just wasn't there to turn the homework in. But he brought proof, but he didn't fucking bring the homework.
When you did most of the work in the group project.
And don't get credited for it. It was Jack the Ripper. Bloody Christ. What the fuck? But no, I think this game's gonna be all right. Now, what I am worried about is that they're gonna ruin the formula, right? Like GTA is always like making fun of shit, being crude, being gross, you know, doing whatever the hell you want, shooting, killing, doing all that crazy stuff, drugs. I'm hoping they don't dumb it down or diet down because of like people bitching about it. So I know there was a lot of people who were like mad about that, like, it's kind of insensitive that you can shoot people randomly at will, and it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, there was some article I read like a year or two ago where some people, part of Rockstar, said that the game won't be as offensive anymore towards groups of people, and that they'll stop, quote unquote, punching down on different social aspects for some reason. And I'm just like, nobody cares. What? And you know what's funny? Here's a small rant. This is the funniest crap ever that shows how some blind people can be. You have some people already that are trying to call the game woke for some reason off of one cinematic trailer, and of course the article I just mentioned. And I'm over here like, did you guys not play any of the other GTAs? If your definition of woke is that skewed, then all the rest of them are too. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 4 was literally about you playing as an illegal immigrant that comes here illegally, doesn't care about being a citizen, and I'm supposed to sympathize with the fact that he's not entitled to an American dream while he also comes here to commit more violence in a form of revenge against certain people. Like that right there, illegal immigrant crap, if that released in today's time, you would have called it woke. San Andreas was literally about the Rodney King riots, or a form of them. It parodied a form of the Rodney King riots. And I'm just like, you guys, like, what are you guys talking about? Like, you guys need to shut the hell up. Like, you don't have any concept of what you guys even want anymore. How about you just shut the hell up?
The games are quite literally, it's almost as if it's like American Psycho. The games are quite literally satire. It is almost as if the games are like a parody of how dumb people are in real life.
My only fear is what they've admitted that they're going to stop doing. And I'm like, well,
I hope it's a big joke. I
hope it's a big joke.
Rockstar always did shit like that.
That cinematic trailer makes it feel like a joke, because I'm just they said that we're going to stop making fun of like minority groups too, because we're not punching down on those oppressed.
Yeah, hell no.
And
There's
I'm watching the cinematic
way.
trailer, and I'm like, well, how do you think other black people feel about you portraying them as twerking on cars as they go down highways and acting extremely animalistic?
It's satire. That's the whole point. Everybody knows it's satire. So who gives?
But then again, I have some people who tell me, who are from Florida, that actually from Miami, who say that the trailer was 100% accurate to crap they see every day.
It's like an alligator walking into a convenience store.
Yes.
Dude.
Alligators being pulled out of pools, people actually on top of vehicles doing that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that happens everywhere. That's not just in Florida, dude. That shit happens everywhere, that type of shit. Now, the alligators walking in the convenience
Florida's 100, though.
Dude.
Guy watering his lawn in a Speedo.
You know what I am pissed about, though? About?
Yeah, what?
No more Christmas events, bruh. Christmas events, no more snow. They can't do snow in Miami. You know how they always did that in Los Santos?
Now I'm canceling my pre-order.
Bro, the game's... How the fuck are you going to pre-order a game that's still two years out?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Los Santos did snow, and that's California.
Yeah, but they also get snow there. Just not there. I mean, not there. But it does snow in that state. It quite literally cannot snow in Florida. It's not possible. It's below this. It's below... It's like... well, I shouldn't say below.
It snows in Los Angeles?
It snows above it. You gotta remember where it's at, dude. It's in the mountains. You gotta remember those are not hills, bruh. Those are rocky roads. I don't think it's ever... Well, it definitely has snowed there. It can get cold enough to snow there. That's the point. That's the whole point, is it's like, ha ha ha, in theory it could snow here. And in Miami... Hell no! It's never gonna be able to snow there. It can't snow there if it tried.
No, for the Christmas event, we're just gonna have hurricane season.
Fucking massive. I hope that's like a big thing. I hope there's like a big hurricane scare thing, and like the map floods. Turns into like Fortnite, where like the cube comes out, like the whole map changes.
Okay. Since we're talking about cool stuff, I want this game to actually have, on top of its surface layer beautiful criminal stuff, I want it to have a beautiful mystical element that the other games kind of had, like San Andreas. Yeah, kind of like, fun, cool, cool stuff. Like, don't save it for online or random DLC or whatever. It showed that Lamar, when he was the main character, actually broke into Fort Zancudo as a mission, and there was references to jetpacks, the green goo, and a bunch of other stuff that was like freaking him out. And I'm like, can we have just a little bit of that like small cheesiness back here again in the game? I don't want them to lose that type of insight too. Like I want something that gives me a little bit of that funniness. Like, what is this really for?
Yeah, and I think they definitely will. The reason why I think they will, in particular, so I feel like that is like what all the good side quests always were. Like, if you wanted to start like a side quest, the good side quests were always the aliens ones, and I feel like they know that, and they're like the Easter eggs, or like the thing at the bottom of the map in GTA 5. Do you remember that at the bottom of the map in the ocean makes the humming sound? Yeah, it makes that sound. They're definitely gonna do something like that. They always do that. If they don't do that, I'd be more pissed if they didn't do that. If they did.
Not to mention they completely forgot about the space docker that you get in GTA 5, that car that has the lights and everything you get from the hippie. They didn't even bring that back in any of the DLCs to do something cool. Like, then what was the point? It's like the giant sword thing all over again.
And here was the thing that always pissed me off. GTA 5 came out during a time when single-player games were frowned upon in the aspect that, like, cheating. Like, cheating against, like, PvE was frowned upon. Which, I mean, cheating, I guess, is never okay. I mean, you know that firsthand, Raven Hinton. With your cheating in PvE. But the thing is... the thing is who the hell cares? And that was the thing. Rockstar used to ban people. That's why they made the single players. So, like, that's why they never updated the map. Was because they didn't want players getting OP fucking really fast cars and really fast, like, really powerful weapons. And I'm just thinking to myself, buddy, it is quite literally player versus environment. Who the flying hell cares? Who cares if I have a car that goes 400 miles an hour? Who cares if I have a ray gun? And that was the thing about zombies, too. Is the devs would always try to balance things in Call of Duty Zombies. I'm like, why are you balancing things in a fucking PvE mode? It's a player versus environment mode. What are the AI gonna rally against me and complain? No skill-based matchmaking because their guns are worse than mine? Like, but...
Imagine that. That's in GTA 6.
Dude, oh my god, I swear I swear, dude, if they do some stupid bullshit with AI, I'm gonna lose it. It's just... Now, what is the time period of this game? It's got to be modern, like super modern, like 2020.
Oh yeah, they mostly
because there's iPhones and stuff like that.
Yeah, so basically it will take place in like 2024 because every GTA game is always modeled to try to be for the time that for the year it's releasing in, like 2013 with GTA 5, you know, is kind of where GTA 5 took place, was 2000, in between 2011 and 2013.
Yeah, that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. My biggest thing about it, about this time period thing is I hope they do it correctly, because it can be really easy to do this wrong. You know, it could be very easy to fuck it all up. And so that's why I want this to be a good game. Because if it's not a good game, like, dude, that's the problem. If it's not a good game, I might actually cry. Because how long have we waited for this game by the time it came out? 12 years by the time it will come out?
Yeah. And 13 years if you're PC players.
Is it going to come out a year after on PC? Oh, yeah, it always does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, GTA 5 took 2 years to get to PC.
True. I remember that. It dropped the same year that well, to be fair, they did that so it would drop with the next gen console, so.
Yeah, that's true, because Red Dead Redemption 2 came out on PC a year afterwards.
Yeah, cuz the thing is yeah, cuz Red Dead Redemption did the same thing for the next gen.
Can't wait for the PC mods to put in OnlyFans.
My god, dude. Do you think they're going to have somebody that's like Do you think they're going to do that? Do you think they're going to have somebody that's like an OnlyFans?
Yeah. Oh, dude, this is a game about social media. Trust me, there's going to be a heavy amount of OnlyFans references and pretty much everything else I bet you they'll even have like an XQC parody. It's gonna all be right there. It's gonna be hilarious.
No, oh my god, dude! What if X is actually in the game? He's been lying all along. He knows about it. He knows everything. He's in the game. Dude, I can't believe this. What? And I just did a British accent. I don't know why, but his stupid. You know how he always does that. The dude, chat. This is insane.
Yeah, the stuttering. Yeah. Honestly, I think if you're gonna have my honest opinion, I feel like if there's gonna be anybody in the game, because of how politically correct that they've shown to be and how popular they are, I feel like Pokimane and Hassan would be the two.
Oh my god!
I know that they would.
I want. Here's what I want. I want him to make fun of like a Florida, you know how Florida's like notorious for having really shitty like candidates for like Congress and like the presidency.
Yeah.
I want them to make somebody who's just as bad, like some fictional character who wears like high heels secretly, like high boots, like Ron DeSantis, and like he like has like all these like stupid attributes. Like they did that in GTA 5 a little bit, didn't they? Oh no.
Yeah, they had billboards.
Yeah, they also did in GTA 5. They also had the tech company. Remember where you blowed his head off?
Life Invader. Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, this phone right here. This phone is amazing. Oh, I'm getting a call on my Life Invader phone right now. Help! Dead.
Oh, that'll be hilarious. That'll be freaking hilarious.
All right, last 8 minutes. Raven, did you watch The Boys Season 4 trailer?
No.
You want to watch it?
Yeah, sure.
All right. We can watch it on. Well,
I can quickly play it.
Yeah,
while you talk about something.
Okay, so I can talk about something. Guys, guess what? Huge thing. Raven, guess what too? While you're watching this.
What?
My book is now for sale.
How much?
It is $17.99 for a copy of my novel. I tried to make it as cheap as possible. Without that's why it's in paperback. Without breaking people's wallets. But also being able to make money off of it, because even at $17.99, which is a decent amount of money. I mean, not for a novel, but which is a decent amount of money. I still only make like $5 off that, because it costs like $10 to make the book. So. But my novel is now for sale. I will link it in the description to where you can buy my novel. And also, funny thing is, Titanic is now available on 4K UHD for the first time ever. Anyways.
Wow, and I can watch people dying in high def.
Yeah. But no, so if you guys are interested in transgressive horror fiction, thriller, horror, you're going to love my novel. I have worked almost 2.5 years on it. It's about 287 pages. It's very easy wording. I designed it that way. I designed it to be shorter and have easy wording because I want a general audience to be able to read it and, fall in love with the book and kind of feel the message that it's trying to portray. So if you guys are interested in purchasing that, I'm probably going to make a video on it. And also I'm probably going to, since I own the copyright of the novel, I probably am going to release a version of it for free on the interwebs for you to just read, like a PDF, because I legally can do that. Nobody legally owns my novel except for me. My publisher doesn't even own my novel. So if you guys want to read it, I would appreciate if you guys would support me. This is the first edition of the novel too, which means you could quite literally be on the stepping stones of owning a first edition novel from an author. Now, am I ever going to become a big author? I have no idea. Probably not. Maybe. Very slim. Very few do. But if you are interested in being on the, being on the stepping stones to the mountain of Olympus, you can purchase my novel and have a first edition copy. It'd be crazy. Yeah, you guys will. I think if you're into like that horror, thriller stuff, you guys will definitely like it. Absolutely. It's set around 2020. So it takes place during COVID. And it's very satirical. It's very gory, very bloody, very funny. So if you like if you like that mixture, kind of like novels that'd be similar to it would be like American Psycho, stuff like that. The Attraction of Love. I don't know. That's a very obscure novel. I don't know if you guys have ever. And then The Rules of Attraction as well, by Bret Easton Ellis. He did American Psycho too. But if you like novels like that are satirical, you'll like this novel for sure. All right, that should be like 3. I just gave you 4 minutes. Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Okay. I figured it was only like a minute and a half, so. But the plug was good. And also, don't worry, Raven's going to get his plug soon. He's close.
I'm close.
He's close.
If I had to get an ETA, probably spring of next year.
Let's go. But yeah, I got mine in for the holidays, so if you guys want to give it to your loved ones. Oh, God. Could you imagine buying your loved ones a novel? People do that anymore? I'm just going to Audible it. Dude, actually, that's my dream, dude. I want to do the voice. I want to read my novel for audiobooks. That'd be so good cuz I can do my funny voices that I do.
You can.
But anyways, all right, so Raven, what did you think?
Dude, it looks like this, honestly, it looks better than probably what season 3 was.
No, absolutely. Season 3, here's the thing. Season 3 has its moments, right? Season 3 has like 3 amazing episodes, and the rest are all mid. No, I shouldn't say that. That's a lie. I shouldn't be that rude to it. Season 3 is above average with like 2 really good episodes, and then 1 horrible episode. The last episode was horrible. But ever since season 3, here's the thing. I love the creators of that show because they obviously listen to feedback. Because the moment people started crapping on The Boys season 3, they're like, we got it. And they corrected all those mistakes in Gen V. Like everything that was wrong with like The Boys, they made sure to do right in Gen V. In first and foremost was not having bullshit episodes like season 3 did. Season 3 has a whole episode inside Butcher's mind, which yes, does that flesh out Butcher's character? Absolutely. However, you don't need a whole episode. You don't need a whole fucking episode to just being inside Butcher's mind, essentially. And Gen V doesn't really do that. There's a thing in Gen V where they kind of forget their memories, but it doesn't really, it pertains to the story, and the story keeps moving forward regardless. Because the girl wipes their memories away. They get them back, like, really instantly. And so that's the thing that really interested me. Also, if you noticed, the girl from Gen V is in the trailer, which makes me think that Gen V is gonna be hella connected to The Boys. Like Gen V is gonna take place inside of The Boys.
Well, then I guess I gotta go watch it.
I think you will. I think they might actually like fully flesh out the story.
I'm seeing a dynamic too of people who faithfully follow Homelander and the ones that are following more of what you could consider the progressive superhero side with Starburst.
Starburst. Yo,
I forgot her damn name. She's just so annoying. I'm sorry.
She is a very annoying character. The thing is, dude, is she like her character is so annoying because her power is so lame.
I only liked it in season 1 because it was just showing like this girl who had powers who's like, oh, we're accepting you to be this, and you're like being introduced to the
way out of the league. Like everybody else around her is so much more strong.
I didn't want the rest of it to be focused on her. Move the hell on.
Which they kind of did. She's now not even a part of. She's not a part of the Seven. She's working with. She's like Kamiko. You know how like Kamiko's of soup, but she's not really strong, but she works with the boys. The Asian chick who her power is quite literally she can die and just come back to life. You can't kill her. Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's kind of what Starlight's gonna become. I mean, the episodes are still gonna be focused around like her being a character. They're not gonna be focused around her, but she's gonna be in them, doing things, moving this plot along. Now, what I am curious about is where are they gonna go with this? season. Like we know Homelander's going to go off the rails. He's very close. He is very close to going off the rails. Now the question is, how are they going to portray this properly? And if so, we know there's going to be another season. They confirmed that the show will end after 5 seasons. So there's one more season. The question is, do they pull that risky kind of shit where they kill the main character off and then have another season? Or do you think do you think Homelander is going to die this season? Do you think he's going to go off the rails?
No. I think it's going to be everybody else kind of dies and Homelander becomes like the god emperor of the world because he just walks into the UN and just is like, I own this shit now. You know, season 5 is where somebody rises up against him.
See,
apparently.
that was gonna be Golden Boy, bro. That the guy in Gen V. I was like, oh my god, dude. I know about this Golden Boy, bro. He's gonna come in and he's gonna whoop Homelander's ass because he was strong as fuck, even in the show, dude. In the show, this guy's a brute, and he kills himself. Spoiler, sorry, he kills himself. I mean, you should have known that. He's not in. He's not even in the rest of Gen V. I mean, he's dead. Like he's dead. And it was by his own choice. I'm like, bro, like, do you have to have a heart, dude? Like, you couldn't have been Soldier Boy and just, like, been a killing machine, just ready. That was the one thing. I hated episode 8, but I loved that no matter what happened, Soldier Boy doubled, tripled, quadrupled, 5 times down on his stance that he was going to kill the fuck out of Homelander. That was the one thing I liked about Soldier Boy's character, was that he wasn't about that family bullshit. It showed how brutal he was, like how bad of a person he was. That he had a grandson and a son, and he was willing to murk him just because a British guy and a scrawny white kid set him free. Like that's bad. That's fucking crazy, dude. I mean, to be fair, there was more plot development than just scrawny kid and British guy, you know. But the thing is, there's a virus now too that Newman has, that superhero congresswoman, the AOC of the universe, and I am curious what they're gonna. Butcher knows that the virus exists. He's gonna know from day one. That was like the big thing that Gen V revealed, is that Butcher knows. He absolutely knows it exists. So this is gonna be a quest to try and get this shit. I think is how it's gonna start. And then I think they're going to find out that it's not the way to do this, because you're going to kill a lot more people than you think you are. Also, Butcher doesn't have that much time left, so. But yeah, so it's confirmed. It's like May 2024. Season's going to drop, which means they should start doing their little posts that they do. You know how they used to do those posts like every month? On their YouTube channel? Those were hilarious, dude. I hope they do more of those. At the BLM BLTs at Votland. God, Jesus Christ, those fucking guys are horrible.
I kind of like it when they do promotionals like that because it makes you feel like the world is real.
Yes, yes, it does. It's awesome.
It also tells me that you're trying to make a universe and make it fleshed out too.
Mm-hmm. And like you can do so much with that universe too. Like I mean, not spin-offs for years, but like Better Call Saul, that shit, dude. Where you have like a really good show in Breaking Bad, and you get like another like 8 years of another good show that builds off of that show, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think you could absolutely do that. All right, I think we're gonna call it. Yeah. So thoughts on GTA 6? You think it's gonna be a flop, or do you think it's gonna boom?
As of right now, I think it's gonna boom.
I think it's gonna boom. I mean, regardless, this game is making hella bank, just because people are gonna buy it. It doesn't matter how bad it is.
3 days, 1 billion for GTA 5.
I'm guessing.
I'm guessing 3 days, 3 billion.
3 billion. Holy shit, Raven.
Hey,
in 3 days?
If Avengers Endgame in 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, sorry. If Avengers Endgame in 1 month can earn over $2 billion from people, and there were people who just don't even care about Marvel but love GTA, I swear to God, everybody's going to be rushing to get this. If not 1 week, 3 billion.
I'm going to guess, and here's my thing. I'm going to guess in 2 weeks. No, I'm going to guess 1 month. Here's why. I know GTA 6 is going to be massive. But also, you got to remember, here's the thing. video games, especially like this, are going to be under fire the closer it gets to release. But I think it's going to surpass 1 billion. I think you're absolutely right. And probably multiple billions. But I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I think the reason is you know what? No, I actually agree. I think in like 1 week, they're going to make like $1 billion. Because I think so many people are going to be in the hype train that I have to get GTA. Now, the question is, are they going to make this a $70 game, or are they going to try to raise the price on this? Because, it's been out for so long, or it took us so long, here it's $120 now for the game.
Honestly, I think it actually wouldn't matter what the price is. The game literally took 10 years to make, and it's not every day you get a Rockstar game that people will 100% purchase it regardless of price.
True. Yeah.
Because they're going to be like,
Red Dead kind of, like, the thing is people loved Red Dead, but people love fucking GTA. GTA is the bread and butter of society in video games.
This isn't like some Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty or whatever, where it's like, I'm not paying $100 each year for yearly releases. This is like, dude, how many times can you say you pre-ordered GTA? I'm dropping that 120. Let's go. I even got a brand new SSD for that 220 gigabyte game.
220 gigabytes on launch with 150 gigabytes to come over the next month, and then 500 gigabytes over the next 10 years. Dude, think about it. By the time GTA 7 comes out, games are going to be like 3 terabytes big.
By the time GTA 7 comes out, I'm not going to know. I'm going to be in the ground.
Bro, let me put this into perspective for you. GTA 6 will quite literally probably have, it will be more gigabytes total, like on launch, than the PS3 had in its entire storage that GTA 5 was on. Like 8 to 9 times bigger, probably. Because the PS3 only had like 40 gigabytes of storage. So like 6 or 7 times bigger. Yeah. It's going to be crazy.
It's definitely going to get those NVMEs working.
Dude. Bro. Today we tried 55 PS3s versus GTA 6. See which one wins. Somebody asked if there's going to be a last gen version. I said, buddy, PS5 is going to be last gen by the time this game comes out, bro. Get the fuck out of here. All right, with that, thank you guys so much for listening, watching, doing whatever you do, being the best people you could possibly be. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate you guys being real ones, being the real homies, being the real people. We appreciate you guys being crazy. And with that, thank you guys for listening. Raven, anything else?
Nope. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Have a great evening. And we are going to get a little festive going forward too. We always do that for the Beastcast. We try to make the Beastcast festive. Last year we did like fireplace on screen. We might do something a little more interactive. We had Santa Claus call in last year, dude. Oh my god. So, who knows what we'll do this year. We might do something crazy. Maybe we'll get Santa Claus on the podcast. Dude, that'd be crazy. Alright, with that, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you. Bye.